What's going on, y'all? Hope you're having a great week. It's been a little while since I've done one of these videos because I was actually on vacation. And that kind of ties into what I want to talk about today. And that's the subject of health being important in this industry and thinking about your health and keeping it not in the back of your mind, but the front of your mind. I've spoke about burnout quite a bit, just because I go through it pretty often. But more aware of it when it's creeping up than I've learned how to kind of deal with it. And one of the ways that I deal with it is, taking time away from the normal, weekly grind of doing this full time. But that's because you know, have I'm blessed enough to have that luxury of doing it. Sometimes I'll just go, home to Cali. Sometimes I'll go out of the country. Just depends on what's possible. But nevertheless, I've found that it's important for me to take a step back from my weekly residencies and the everyday grind of DJing, music, content creation, just to kind of recharge my mental because not only does burnout affect me mentally and emotionally, and I think many people feel that way, but it also can cause some stress and issues that show up physically. And the thing about health, um, and it's kind of sad to talk about this, but we lost the legend in the DJ game recently. We lost Fatman Scoop. If you've been in a club, bar, lounge setting in the last, I don't know, 20 plus years, there's a very, very, very high chance that you've heard Fat Man Scoop's voice on a track somewhere. His track with Crooklyn Clan, Be Faithful, is probably one of the most recognizable songs and probably the biggest edit mashup track ever, I would argue. And although I'll say, he passed away doing like in the middle of doing what he loved, man, all I could think of in that moment was there had to have been signs leading up to that. I know there's been times where I've ignored signs of physical ailments, maybe, starting to get a cold or a flu or something like that. But yeah, as I heard the news and I saw the video, all I could think of was, could this have been avoided? Could Scoop be here longer? And hindsight's 2020, and I'm sad he's passed, and I'm not trying to assign blame anywhere, but it's like it's very easy in this line of work to stop caring about yourself and not making your health a priority. Like I mentioned, I've been guilty of that. I'm, actively trying to do a better job of that not being the case anymore. But it's so easy to just kind of put that aside. And, the human body isn't meant to be awake at the hours that most DJs are awake. Working at night isn't the best for your body, scientifically speaking. Like, you can get into like circadian rhythms and all that stuff, and how important it is to see sunlight, which I know a lot of us don't get enough of because a lot of us sleep during the day, et cetera, et cetera. But there's so much room for DJ culture, and especially working class DJs and DJs that work night in and night out. There's so much room for us to grow as far as pushing the conversation forward about being accountable for our health, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, right? I guess that's not both, but anyways, I just did an episode of the Road podcast recently, I think last week, and we talked a lot about mental health and therapy in that episode. And it was tied into, remembering Fatman Scoop, and dealing with grieving, losing such a big name in this game, and then also tying it into losing people in our personal lives. And all of this just kind of connects, right? Like, we not only stay up late, but if you drink, that's not good for you either. If you indulge in any other vices, those are probably not good for you either. But it's the life that we've kind of, and the culture that comes along with it, with DJing. Now, I do see the newer generation, more often being more conscious of the health aspect and their physical, well-being. And I think that's something that a lot of the older DJs should, take a more serious look at and make it more of a priority. I know that when I'm feeling burnt out, I'm less motivated to go to the gym. I'm less motivated to eat right. And it kind of snowballs. And when I'm that way, I know that I perform worse as a DJ doing my job, just because physically and mentally I'm not 100%. And the opposite is true, right? Where I know if I'm eating, healthier, if I'm getting enough sleep, if I'm hydrated, if I'm, hitting the gym and getting my body moving, and the endorphins and different good chemicals in my body are, churning, I'm more likely to play a better set because I'm sharper mentally, and physically I'm more able to do stuff. I mean, how many DJs out there, especially the older DJs, that after playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, your back's killing you? Yes, that can deal with footwear and everything, like a bunch of different factors, but I know from experience that if I'm, doing weight training and I'm stronger, especially my core and my lower back, that I don't have those lower back pains as often or as much, just because I'm making sure to take care of it and preparing my body to do what it needs to do to get the work done. It's something that I'm happy that I made the choice to prioritize my health, in every facet. Now, I'm not perfect at it, of course, and I slip here and there, it happens to everyone, but I think it's important for every DJ to make it a priority to at least think about it and take steps in the right direction when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to your physical health. If you want to survive in this game and you want to make this a long career, it's something that you're probably going to have to think about and probably have to do. So why not start today, right? Well, all right. That's all I got for you guys today. If you're interested in more DJ related content, please be sure to click on one of the videos right here, and I'll catch you in the next one.